An aircraft with 68 passengers and 4 crew members on board crashed in Nepal. Local media reports say at least 40 casualties have been confirmed from the Yeti Airlines 9NANC ATR 72 aircraft. 6 children, including 3 infants, were on board the aircraft. Local authorities and airline spokespersons say that the plane crashed between the old and the new Pokhara airports in central Nepal. According to initial reports, the aircraft crashed about 20 minutes after it took off from Kathmandu for Pokhara and barely a few kilometers away from the destination. The wreckage immediately caught fire and rescue workers were rushed to the site. 5 Indians were on board the plane, which had 15 foreigners in total. Eyewitness video shows the plane flying dangerously close to the surface and drifting to the left before the fateful accident. Nepal's cabinet, meanwhile, has called in an emergency meet in wake of the crash. Nepal's Prime Minister and other top officials rushed to the Kathmandu International Airport to take stock of the situation. Nepal's air industry has boomed in recent years, carrying goods and people between hard-to-reach areas. It has nonetheless been plagued by poor safety due to insufficient training and maintenance. The European Union has already banned all Nepali carriers from its airspace over safety concerns. For more on this, our correspondent Saloni Murarka is joining us on the phone line. Hi Saloni, we are just learning that out of the 68 passengers on board, 40 casualties have been confirmed. Tell us about the rescue operations which are currently underway.
Yes, of course. If we look at the politically how the situation is being taken care of by the government side, Prime Minister Prachanda has already called an emergency meeting and the meeting is underway. He, with his other cabinet members, even now went to the Kathmandu International Airport to take stock of the situation because that's where the flight took off from. And the civil aviation authorities have just informed that all the forces together are on the ground trying to rescue carrying out the rescue operation, including Nepal Police, Nepal Army and Armed Police Force. And about the numbers of the bodies, yes, we are receiving that numbers 40, but it is uncertain on we cannot certainly say that there are 40 bodies that have been recovered as a certain rescue operation. And at Pokhara International Airport, the airport that was recently inaugurated just on the 1st of January 2023. And the flight, the aircraft crashed on the banks of a Seti river that is between the old airport and the new airport. So it is getting difficult for the rescue operators to carry out the operation given the difficult geography of the site.
Right, Saloni, are there any details regarding what could have possibly caused the crash? We know that according to initial reports, the aircraft crashed about 20 minutes after it took off from Kathmandu for Pokhara. But what could have possibly caused the latest crash?
Yes, you're right. It did crash after 20 minutes. The journey between Kathmandu to Pokhara, it takes by flight is maximum 22-25 minutes. So we can confidently say that it was very near. The first call about the cause of the incident, the officials are little tight-lipped about it because their focus is on the rescue operation first. But as per the preliminary report that we have been receiving, it is being said that there was some technical glitch, but it was not due to the weather so far. So this we can say as per now and wait for the details to come out.
Right, Saloni, I also want to add here that Nepal has had a long and unfortunate history of plane crashes. Just last year, a plane owned by Tara Air crashed after taking off from Pokhara. Now, it does raise the question if enough is being done to avoid such incidents from happening in future.
Yes, that's right. That was the incident that you're talking about, the Tara Airlines. It was just a few months back. And this is another full-fledged flight that we're talking about with the 72 people on board. And about the safety guidelines, that's what I told you, like the implementation processes, that's where the Nepal lacks. And there have, if we look at the concrete measures, if it is being taken or not, that I doubt if the Nepal government or the Civil Aviation Authority are taking care of it, given that the previous crash that happened just a few months back was owned by the same airline, Yeti Airlines. So this is Yeti Airlines, especially this is a domestic airline owned, and it has a history of crashes. And as many as in the past few, 98 people have died in this crash, in the number of crash that has happened due to the airline. So the main question comes down to the airline's functioning and airline's technical, advancement that we can highlight on, and on the what measures could have been taken to avoid this. Just like I said, the investigation will be done, that is for sure. And so we'll be able to confidently talk about it.
Right, Saloni, thank you for joining us in WION at this hour and getting us up to speed on this. We will, of course, be tracking this very closely. Thanks very much.